Hi Lewis, well done the session, hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through now what we discussed from the setup. If we look here on the left hand side, we can see your right arm there, nice and extended down from the shoulder, but the left arm here now sort of bending into your side here, kind of like pulling up and tucking up, only because your right hand is obviously on the golf club lower than your left hand. So what we're going to try to do, as we said in the session, try to create that sort of lowercase y with your arms and the club, rather than the capital Y that you kind of produced to start with. Okay, so if we look here on the right hand side, you can see that movement there first. Now with the feet together, just getting your left hand on the golf club now, a little bit more twisted to the, as you look down to the right, so your thumb, if we zoom in on here now, you can sort of see there, just a little bit more to the right of the grip there, just in a more natural arm hang position. So the thumb now, you can see on the right side, the little crease that your thumb and forefinger make now is going to point up towards your right shoulder. So you're going to build up this setup all the way each time for every single shot. Right hand now goes on the golf club and then your hands go forward. So what that's going to do is just put your shoulders in a slightly more tilted position to allow for the fact that your right hand being beneath your left hand means your right shoulder is going to be beneath your left shoulder. And it's going to get you in a much more kind of efficient, more natural position to swing the golf club. So once you get the hands forward there now, we can look at these two setups, how your arms look in terms of sort of structure. The right arm now has got much more length. That doesn't mean sort of keep your arm straight or lock it. As we mentioned in the session, you want to be nice and loose and sort of gripping the golf club fairly softly in the fingers. You don't want to be squeezing on for dear life, but we want the arm to be kind of extending down from the shoulder. It's almost a straight line, as we can see, from the shoulder, the elbow, the hands and the club. And then from there now making your goal swing. Because of that, there's a lot more structure in the way back, keeping the club a little bit further away from my head now, so not sort of collapsing too much here. And then from there, just sort of swinging through as instinctively as you would do, okay? In this case, there's a little bit more weight hanging back on that right side. As we said, probably working more into the next session after a bit of practice has been done. Once you've got that setup dialed in, so it becomes something you just naturally do, without having to think about it, you can then move on to the next stage in terms of the swing and start producing some different swings there with a different swing thought as opposed to a setup thought. So hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, Lewis.